Welcome to Quits Gaming. My name is Silvermorn, and today we are back to playing Doki Literature Club, reading in the ASMR style. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm also happy to say that I have a new avatar. Let's see if I can make it work. She's a little large. Let's fix that. So how are all of my darlings doing? Well, there we go. That's much better looking. Alright, and with that said, we can leave that alone and let you guys happily play with that. She's a little fast and it's bothering me. There we go. So how are all of my darlings doing today? Can you hear everything okay? Oh, you all are very sweet. I'm doing pretty good. Alright, now that everything is all settled, I'm glad you're feeling better, Slug. We are going to start, and I've decided that Yuri is my favorite. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Because it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I think she's the cutest. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Oh, I hate it when buttons stick. I wish I could get my hair that color too. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Hmm? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant... Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Didn't she just say that we had experience in writing? And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. How's it going, Drunken? Also, I'm sorry to hear that, Herb. Usually the best thing to do isn't to run it underwater, it's to get a damp toothbrush and scrub around the button. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Also, please don't put your controller in a microwave. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Bias? How? Well... Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. I'm sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Hi, Clary Mary, and, yeah, that's normal, Herb, for your kitchen to be on fire if you put an electronic device in the microwave. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, this isn't supposed to be a literature club. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. How's it going, Arachnimedes? Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Siri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Silvermore. Well, for the record, I can tell that it's not about a ghost. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Very good, Space Lord. This is Doki Doki. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Hi, Goku. No spoilers, please. This is my first time playing it. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. No, this is my first time I've been purposefully avoiding spoilers. Yours was impressive, too. Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Silvermore. Me too. This is a good poem, Silvermore. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Goku, that's what ASMR is. It stands for Auditory Meridian Sensory Response, if I'm not mistaken. Sounds about right. Basically, is me talking very quiet, like into your ear. Is that better? It's supposed to be low. It's usually best with headphones. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you would do it seriously. Or you wouldn't write one at all. Really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Yes, tapping too. I can also not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. That's alright, Goku. I know a lot of ASMR has to do with things like mouth sounds, clicking, things like that. And you're not a pervert. But you're welcome to come back on Friday when we will be doing a normal stream. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here. Okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Yes, this is a visual novel, so it's very story heavy. It's like, yes, but did you wait until morning to write this? No, still a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. You can't read at all. Well, actually, yes, I did an ASMR reading of Katawa Shoujo as well. We ended up, I forget her name. Thank you, Slug, for that, thank you, Slug, for that, donation and information. Silvermord, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. Harsh. Huh. Well, then I'm happy to read for you. I almost became a reader on a public broadcast radio station, but unfortunately the station never got off the ground. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better, anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. If you use the avatars action, you should be able to see all of them that are purchasable. My darlings, would you mind showing Anon how to use the avatars? Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now, knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just to be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously, but isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Do, there is no try. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. And by the way, a non-dragonair is adorable. Yes. As Quiet said, please like, comment, share, subscribe. It means a lot to me. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Nice, Silvermort. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything... Yes. The avatar that has the most gear and clothing options is Little Walker, which is an ugly avatar, for the record. But as time goes on and I get more avatars programmed in, I'm going to get more items programmed in. I agree, Anon. Dragonair is so gorgeous. If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Silvermort. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn from to get past soon. It's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Silvermord. It's going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put forth some effort. That's a lot like me, actually. It's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. A Weedle is a Pokemon. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. She does look like she has kitten ears. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. You are a Weedle. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. And that's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. It's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. How's it going with Thoric? It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, it's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. It couldn't have been— oh, hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with that permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. It's weird. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. I agree, Ark. I have also heard of that genre of movies. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Well, I'm glad the ASMR is working for some people. Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Well, I can say that no, controllers are not meant to be submerged in water. Thanks for listening. I can't honestly agree with Leonardo, though, that there is a chance that leaving it by the radiator for a few days to let it dry out might help. It's an old trick. It's an old trick that I did with my iPhone when I dropped it in the sink. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. I'm glad you like them, Clary. I enjoy doing them for you. Thork, I don't believe that you sent me a story. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all. Pink hair looks very nice, I must admit. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Silvermore did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, don't put your girlfriend in rice. Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Silvermore liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. See ya, Thork. Maybe you're just jealous that Silvermore appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Silvermore started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they noticed I was standing there. Silvermore, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Silva. Wait, there's a reason we have words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. I have not, Slug, nor do I want to. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Silvermore? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. How's it going, Two for Fun? As much as I love Yuri, I'm going to... I'm gonna ask Sayori for help. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori... Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? I'm sorry, Quiet. It seems to be showing that it's going fine for me, but that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. it's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's her immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me, are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because. Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? I can't help but wonder if perhaps something happened with the chat. She might be a airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. There we go. I rebooted the chat system. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was mostly alright. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Oh, more ready to walk home. Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. I believe that the stream avatars decided to die on us, so I will be relaunching it. If you will bear with me for 1 second. There we go. You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No, no. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion. That's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Silvermore, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? I'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. So, from what I can tell, Sayori doesn't seem to realize that I have some form of interest in the girls. And obviously Monica isn't an option here, which makes me curious. But we'll see. To answer your question too for fun, I actually haven't streamed ASMR in a long time, but I decided to go back to it because of requests. We do Use Your Words on Mondays, Jackbox Party Pack on Fridays, and neither of those are ASMR. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is usually whatever I feel like doing at the moment, but for this week it is ASMR. Anon, to answer your question, I like Yuri the most. This one, right here. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Silvermore. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club after all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fell out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. Why do I not advertise? What work is that? ASMR? Or I'm a little confused on what work you're talking about. Sora DGX? How'd you even know? Simple. You had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. Thank you, Sora. And so, that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Silvermore to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only bring what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is a fair retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. Ooh, Umbreon. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept that retribution. That. Still. How's it going, Uni Llama girl? Still, coming from you, Sayori. Guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It's totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. I am Coma. It's, by request. It's called ASMR. It's, auditory sensory meridian response. Although, my usual streams aren't like this. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too. Can I try it? Yes, it is legal. It's, it's, technically classified as soft noises, whispering, ambient sound like digging or tapping. And a lot of people really like it, so they requested it, and that's what I'm doing today and tomorrow. Have a great day, Unilama girl. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Oh. I'm glad to hear it, Coma. It's nice to see you. And, welcome to the stream. Also, yes, well done, Quiet, since you caught that star. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? I'm still really happy that you shared this one with me. I stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer, as well as YouNow and StreamMe. Oh, and Mob Crash. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. I get it, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori. I'm glad you like it, Coma. To nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, do you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. How's it going again, Space Lord? Yuri and I laugh as well. You're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where is Monica, anyway? That's a good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She is pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly, the door swings open. Well, we have been streaming for an hour, So I can say that we are done for today. But as usual, I have had a lot of fun doing ASMR for you. And I hope that you have had a lot of fun listening. We're going to save it so that we can pick up here. Save it there too. Well, every one of my viewers is special to me. But I always try to at least greet new people if I see them on. So, but with that said, we are completely done for the night. We will do this again tomorrow, and then on Friday we will be having a normal full volume casual Jackbox Party Pack stream that you are all welcome to attend. I love all of you, and I hope you all have a great night. Hey guys, thank you for watching me. If you like what you see, why not click the like or subscribe button located below. It's because of amazing viewers like you that I am able to continue doing this and do the things I love and the things that keep you entertained, hopefully. If you have time, why not check out our website at www.quitsgaming.com and join our Discord, where we have a small group of people who do voice acting, play games together, do live streams together, as well as you can get your live stream added to it. So I will see you on there.